Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
What's up, everybody? Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show. You can't make certain things up. Crazy, crazy times we live in. By the way, I hope you guys had a good weekend. I hope you had a good long weekend if you had the day off, whatever. But I just want to tell you, doesn't matter what you were doing, how much fun you were having, you live in a crazy world. We live in what I call a caricature of the real America. It's a funhouse mirror. You go stand there and you go, whoa, why am I shaped like an hourglass? Well, okay, why am I shaped like an apple? Well, I don't know. Whatever your shape may be. Some of you are shaped like apples. Some of you are shaped like hourglasses. But you get what I'm saying. It is a funhouse mirror. You're not looking at the real representation of yourself, a.k.a. America. When you consider the Hillary Clinton story, what she tried to do to get elected, tell me, folks, does Stephen King have this much imagination? I mean, I've looked at it. I've watched the thing about the grave where the kid kept coming back, and I've watched Cujo and all kinds of crazy movies. Something Wicked This Way Comes, I think is what I was thinking about. Whatever Stephen King can conjure up, I don't think he could have conjured up anything more crazy and wicked than Hillary Clinton. If we knew the truth, I said it with an F. If we knew the truth, we would be scared to death of this government. I don't think Brad Thor, who's one of my friends, one of the best political, thriller writers in the country, in the world, I don't think Brad Thor could have come up with a story like Hillary Clinton. Tom Clancy is rolling over in his grave going, I couldn't have even considered something like this. This is the man that wrote The Hunt for Red October, Flight of the Intruder. He knew politics inside out, intrigue, spy thrillers. None of them could have predicted where we sit today, where the level of collusion that occurred between the FBI, the NSA, the FISA courts, a sitting president, for goodness sakes. Secretary of State who worked in conjunction with her husband to set up a crooked foundation so they could milk the world of hundreds of millions of dollars and kill anybody that would dare try to narc on them. A woman who would put a server, not use the official State Department server, would stick a server in the basement bathroom closet, hire a separate IT guy, then when she's caught, say, oh, well, I didn't really break the rules and maybe I could have used better judgment, as she deletes 33,000 emails, bleach bits her hard drives, destroys with hammers her cellular communication devices and so on and so forth, and then threatens anybody that would dare tell on her with death. Tell me you know somebody that could write that thriller for you. And in terms of colluding with the sitting president, he's telling the FBI, keep me posted. He says, I didn't know she had her own separate server. I found out like everybody else. And then we find out that he knew because he was using a code email to talk to her through her email. And who knows what they colluded about. He's the one that she, by the way, we're not even done with her. She creates a fake dossier, hires a company to do so, about her opposition, the guy that she chose because she already had the deck stacked against him. But meanwhile, what does she do? She buys the DNC with all this newfound money, part of which came from the Russians with her former campaign director, the Podesta brothers, who worked to get this uranium deal where the United States sells 20% of its uranium under the nose of the very president that they wanted. So she gets that deal done, uses that money to buy the DNC, uses that money to fund her dossier, uses that money to fund her campaign, opposition strategy, funding people like the Fusion GPS, giving $50,000 to Bruce Orr, an FBI agent whose wife worked at the company, giving $700,000 to the campaign of an FBI director, Andy McCabe, so his wife can run in Virginia, and on and on. That's just for starters. Then she colludes to get Bernie Sanders to get out of the race and threatens his life, so he decides he's going to help her because he wants to live, man. He wants to live. This is the crazy time we live in. You tell me somebody that would write that story and go, yeah, that's plausible. FBI then takes a fake dossier, they give it to Yahoo News, and then says, oh, hey, Yahoo News has verified this, so we're going to now take our fake dossier back. We're going to issue FISA warrants and go spy on a private citizen, and we're going to start leaking things. He's going to think he's losing his mind. We're going to then get the media to be complicit, to not even follow up on the other stories, the obvious stuff. That's how we're going to do it. That's just for starters, folks. Crazy times? What about the emasculation of men? Do we really need to talk about this? What about the masculation of women? Is that even a word? It is now. What about, my grandmother used to say, she's mannish. When she said a girl, what she was saying is that girl seems gay because she's mannish. She acts mannish. That's what she was saying. So we got transgender legislation for the military. The military. We got gays signing up because somebody's got, let's just use the military as a social experiment. So we got gays for that. We got bathrooms for transgender people. You could go to jail for using the wrong pronoun for somebody in California, or be sued for calling Bill Susan or Susan Bill if they want to be called by their other names. And all you can do is look at a driver's license, but don't you dare use what's on their driver's license. Leftists want to jail you for not believing in global climate farce. They tell us that that's the most important thing, the highest priority, potential thing that could destroy the world is if the seas rise too much or some glacier melts, and they're not even melting. Nothing, not even a modicum of truth to anything they've said, any of their data. They claim that there's things like white privilege, which means blacks are an underclass. So, hey, so what, Negroes? You got to believe what I tell you now. You're an underclass. I've got privilege. They call college kids have been made into snowflakes. And there's a host of other insanely bad news, folks. But let me tell you something. The good news is that these fools exist and they've been outed. They've been outed by you. You and Donald Trump. We got a lot to talk about.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177, or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.
Beth Cook Moranville, author of Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope.
Hope, that wonderful, wonderful 4-letter word that you may feel completely out of. I wrote this book to give you great hope. It's not too late. If fetal position is an all too familiar place for you, I understand. If the next 60 seconds are too long, this book is for you. Wherever you are right now, whether you're dealing with divorce or death or sickness, take hope. You are going to make it through this pain. Don't roll your eyes. I've walked this road and I know it. The best is yet to come.
Closer Than Your Breath, a book of hope from author and speaker Beth Cook Moranville, can be found on Amazon.com or Kindle.com. For more information, visit closerthanyourBreath.com or on Facebook at Closer Than Your Breath.